Ora, boa pessoal, estamos aqui com o David Ford, Lead Quest Designer de Horizon Zero Dawn. Hi David.
Hello.
So okay, to start, how much hours can we expect the campaign to last?
So we're not talking specifics right now on how long the game is. What I can say is it's a very, very large game, and in the demos that we've done, or we've kind of shown the map, that represents a relatively small part of the game. So up to this point, we haven't shown everything that's in the game by a long stretch. So there's quite a lot there.
Besides killing and collecting, what else can we expect in terms of side activities?
So we do have a variety of things that we've developed for the game using kind of the core systems that you've seen on display. So, you know, we've got obviously combat, we have traversal, we've shown that you can speak to NPCs, and we have cutscenes. So you can imagine that all of the things that you've seen and more will be present in the final game.
Okay. Are there going to be boss battles?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that the demos that we've shown so far have all been kind of boss battle-like, you know, fighting against a Thunderjaw in the 2015 reveal, fighting against the Corruptor in the 2016 trailers that we've done. So I would expect to see that pattern continue periodically in the game.
How big can they be?
We're not really talking about that right now.
Okay. How many weapons and weapon types can we expect?
So we're not going to talk those types of specifics right now, but what I can say is there are a variety of weapons that you can get in the game and different outfits that you can pick up. If you caught the presentation this morning, or if you've seen a version of it, there's a variety of different things that you can pick up in shops and upgrade through the modification system that we have that will allow you to play tactically and pursue your own style of how you want to play.
So crafting will be a big part of this game.
So what we have shown is that we have ammo crafting, and we have some trap crafting. So what we showed this morning downstairs was the creation of an explosive trap that you can craft through materials that you find in the world. You place it down, and then there are ways for you to trigger that at a time of your choosing to get maximum effect for it.
Can we expect a lot of climbing? I'm talking about Skyrim level of climbing.
One of the things that we've said a lot, and it's true, is this is a completely open, seamless open world. And so, I mean, there's going to be borders to the world. There are going to be places that are inaccessible. But within the map, yeah, you can go anywhere. You can climb on top of
So
mountains.
everything you can see in the background, you can go to.
Yes, I mean, of course, it's a video game, so it has a finite map
Yes.
eventually. But yes, so within that border, yes.
Can you expect to see any legendary or rare machines that give very specific wood?
Sorry, I can't talk about that either.
Will there be any variation in how the same machines look across biomes? And will some machines be exclusive to certain biomes?
So, as you go through the world, as you explore different areas, different biomes, you're definitely going to see different types of creatures that are there, and that will absolutely have an impact on the type of content that you find in that area.
Okay. How do our choices impact the world?
So, what we're focused on is allowing you to express Aloy's personality through the dialogue system and learn more about the people around you. And it's a great opportunity for you to, on one-on-one conversations with people, delve into the history of the world. So what's really a cool advantage for the way that Horizon Zero Dawn is set up is that Aloy started out as an outcast. She was cast out by her tribe, and she moves out into the greater world at a certain point in her life. And all of this is new to her. All of this is something that she's discovering. And so that allows you and her to both discover things at the same time. And so by talking to people and by doing quests for people, you'll be able to learn along with Aloy how this world works and who the people are.
Tell me a bit about the backstory. Where did these monsters come from? Who made them?
Yeah, it's a great story, and one that I can't wait to show you when the game comes out. That's kind of the central mystery: is how did this world get to be the way that it is? We know that Aloy is an outcast. We know she's been an outcast since birth, but what we don't know is why. We don't know why she was cast out by her tribe, and we have the sense that she is somehow important and she's connected to these greater mysteries of what's going on in the world. But how and why she is connected, she doesn't know and she doesn't understand. So the main story of the game is going to be her pursuing her own personal mystery of where did I come from and why am I an outcast. And that's going to put her on a collision course with the greater mystery of what happened to the people that came before. Why did that great society collapse? Where do these machines come from? How did we get to the point where we have these primitive tribes faced with these powerful machines? All of these are the things that are answered by the main story of the game. And I'd be doing a huge disservice to you and to anyone listening to spoil that.
Is there a T-Rex or a...
So the Thunderjaw, which is the machine that we revealed first in 2015, looks kind of like a Triceratops. But we've since then we revealed a lot more machines, and although they are all animalistic, they're all definitely not robot dinosaurs specifically. So there's a reason why the machines are the way they are, the way they look the way they look. And that again kind of speaks to the central mystery of the game. Where did they come from? And we expect that it will all make sense in the end once you play through the game.
I have to ask, are the machines the only enemy in this game?
The only enemy?
Yeah.
No. There's a number of tribes in the game, and as we've discussed previously, not all of them get along with each other, and not all of them are going to be super happy to see Aloy.
Talk me a bit about DLC. Is DLC planned to this game?
We're not really talking about that. What we're trying to do right now is focus on finishing Horizon, getting it out the door, and then once we finish with that, and we feel really confident in the game that we've created, we'll start to talk about what, if anything, will come after.
Okay. Will you take advantage of the benefits from the PS4 Pro?
Yes, we will support the PS4 Pro when the game comes out. It won't have any effect on gameplay. There won't be any content that's exclusive to the Pro, but you'll definitely notice some graphical improvements, HDR, that type of thing, if playing on the Pro with the proper TV.
This is your first intellectual property since Killzone. You made first-person shooters, and now you focus on large, open world games. So, where did you get this inspiration to create such a distinct game with robots that are dinosaurs? Where did this all come from?
So, after Killzone 3 came out, the team sat down and started talking about what would come after Killzone, because the team wanted to do something different. So during the development of Killzone Shadowfall, there were some ideas that were being developed, and the one that kind of won out and was the most compelling to the team was what eventually became Horizon. And the goal there was to take the strengths of the studio, the technical and the artistic strengths of the studio that had been focused on creating Killzone games, and try to do something different with that. Try to do something that a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more colorful, and so you can see that desire directly related to Horizon, because it is very colorful, it is very pretty, it's more than real reality in terms of nature. And it's also a really interesting concept of taking high technology and pitting it against low technology humans and seeing what happens there. In terms of the challenge, yes, it's been very challenging from a technical perspective and from a studio perspective, figuring out all of the things that are different and have to be accounted for when making an open world game. You know, in a first-person shooter, you can expect that person is going to start here and they're going to move to that next location, and that's just the flow of the level. Whereas in an open world game, you have to account for coming from any direction, and then when they're done, leaving in any direction. And so you have to, you just have a lot more to think about in that way.
To finish, talk me about the difficulty of this game. Is the player gonna have the choice to choose a difficulty, easy, medium, hard, or is the difficulty set and you can't change that?
We do have difficulty settings, and we'll talk more in the future about exactly what that impacts. but yes, those exist.
David, thank you so much
My pleasure.
for having the patience to talk to me.